So, in honour of Taylor Heineke's retirement, I am going to put up who I think are the best backup QBs in the league this year.
Okay.
So, two things though. I don't have either Kirk Cousins or Tua Tagovailoa on this list for the pure fact that they might actually be the team starters, so I've removed them.
Right.
Because that's just a bit of a strange one. But yes, backup QB, a very important position, just ask Broncos fans. And so
spicy.
They can be heavily problematic if they don't deliver, and their whole thing is just come in and perform.
Yes.
It's a very easy thing to say and a very hard thing to do.
As we saw in the AFC Championship.
I have considered fit as well into system and culture in my list, and I will go top 5 while you can think of any rebuttal or any thoughts of your own. But number 5, I have Mitchell Trubisky with the Tennessee Titans.
He's never really done a lot, has he?
No, but he's got a good completion percentage, and he would give you a chance to win the game.
I think you need a very good O-line if you need a very good Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah.
Number 4, I have Tyrod Taylor, because he's a stable veteran. He will get you the completions. He might not win you the game anymore, but he will keep you in it. But you will need a team around him.
Okay. Tyrod Taylor.
Number 3, I have one of your faves, Spencer Rattler, New Orleans Saints.
Spencer Rattler, yeah.
He does hold on to the ball a bit.
Too much, yeah.
But he's got quite a good completion percentage, and he gives you a chance to win the game, which is important. And he's a very good match to starter for the system that he's in. And then number 2, I have Davis Mills for the Houston Texans. It's a stable option. He will get you in a position to win the game. For some reason, and the Texans overall struggled with this, as we discussed earlier. Yeah, Texans can't get in the end zone. Just can't. Don't know why. Can't get in the end zone, but they can get you. He will get you down there. And then number 1, just because of how he played last year and his fit in the system, and this is where I see the system matters a lot, because he executed the game plan. And he will let you down on interceptions, but he might win you the game, and that is Mac Jones for San Francisco 49ers.
You went Mac Jones. I thought you were going to go with Jameis Winston when you started talking about interceptions.
No.
That's what I thought you were going to. He can throw. He can ball.
Have you seen his stats the last 5 years?
I know, but he can ball.
They've been terrible. Like, just genuinely, he loses you so many games, it's not funny.
Didn't he? Was it New Orleans he was with, where he had 33 touchdowns and 32 interceptions, something like that?
No, he had 33, 34.
Was it 33, 34? Yeah, I knew it was along those lines.
He will not win you a game. Yeah, so that is that. I didn't have any of the rookies in here because obviously we don't actually know what they're going to be like in the league. Yeah.
We don't, but it's always good and fun to throw them in there. I think there's some pretty weak backups there at the moment, isn't there?
It's very hard. Other people you could kind of consider. Gardner Minshew, no, he's coming off injury and he did not play well last year. Tyson Bagent for the Bears, but he's very limited experience. Tanner McKee looked terrible for the Eagles after being potentially a saviour from Jalen Hurts, but he did not deliver. Sam Howell has got some experience with the Cowboys, but he did not deliver when he played.
No.
Justin Fields, after last year, it was very difficult to say that he would be good.
It wasn't. Where was he last year?
Jets. Yeah, so.
Do you know what I mean?
Will Howard with the Steelers, that would be interesting. Again, not a rookie. Tyler Huntley, all over the show for the Ravens.
Yes.
So, yeah. Then
Kenny Pickett?
No.
Kenny Pickett?
In that system, where he is right now? No, God, no.
Do you know what I think?
Tommy DeVito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's just, it was actually really interesting putting this list together because you went through their kind of careers and where they are right now, and basically you just want a stable option, and so that's why I came out with those 5.
I actually, when we go back and talk about Carolina, I actually think the backup quarterback could end up being Haynes King, you know.
Yes, I think so too.
I think so, and I think if they get off to a real average start, I think he's benched, and we all know that this is his very last year, and there was no mistake why Carolina picked Haynes King.
Haynes King's a free agent. He wasn't picked in the draft.
No, he was undrafted, sorry, yeah. But what I'm saying is there's no accident they've put another quarterback in there. Some of the more fascinating stories, Drew Aller.
Yes.
I don't think he's actually that great.
I know, but he could have been the starter.
He could have been, until old mate showed up back in town. And then there's the random stuff like who's the starter in Minnesota?
Yes.
Like who's the starter?
Well,
who's the starter in Arizona?
Like Jacoby Brissett is the starter in Arizona, and then I don't know who, but like I'm not putting Cade Klubnik up there? No. Or Carson Beck? No. And I'm not putting JJ McCarthy on the top 5 backup QB list.
Yeah. Do you think Cousins is starting in?
Cousins is probably going to start week 1, so that's why I removed him. And even then, he wouldn't be number 1.
But that would make Mendoza the backup.
Which I wouldn't put him as a top 5 backup right now.
I think the interesting part with Mendoza is that change that he's going to have from under centre to, He
already took more snaps in minicamp under centre than he did his whole college career.
Yeah.
It's going to be a struggle.
I think when you actually go through that list, it's
very hard. That's why I ended up with those 5.
I know. There's just not a lot there, is there?
No, it's Davis Mills and Spencer Rattler, I think, would probably lead the best of the best. Mac Jones, just because of how he played last year, he showed me that maybe he could do it. Tyro Taylor is just always consistent, so he gets the leg up. And then Mitchell Trubisky was the hardest one to place, but he's just I would feel safe with him coming in to just deliver a game or two.
Because you look at places like even the Patriots.
Yeah, it's Tommy DeVito, and then you've got who the hell is starting in Cleveland? Who knows? Yeah, that one I just ignored that whole situation.
Teddy Bridgewater. 2 thumbs Teddy? No.
No.
I mean, you got Russell Wilson. We don't know where he's going to go. Obviously, Malik Willis.
I would not put Russell Wilson above many of those.
If he comes in for 2 or 3 games, he can do some damage. But he's definitely. What I'm interested in is his Hall of Fame credential. Whether he actually has.
I think he played himself out of it.
Marcus Mariota?
No, his actual stats are not very good. He played quite a lot last year, and he did not play well.
And then obviously the Colts. Ooh.
Yes.
They've kind of been forced into that situation.
So, yeah, genuinely, Case Keenum, I think, is a bit old now, so that's why he's not on the list. So I just think he may have aged him. Similar to Andy Dalton and Joe Flacco, I just think when they get hit, I think it's like a problem.
Yeah.
So those were not on my list.
You weren't tempted to put Phillip Rivers back in?
Honestly, probably still better than Daniel Jones.
You know that Jones and Richardson are both going to... Richardson's going to, cut his toe on the fridge or something like that.
Riley Leonard as well with the Colts.
They have indeed. Actually, you doing that is really interesting because it just shows there's a lot of averageness behind
some big names.
And you can see, when like Mahomes went down last year and when Knicks went down, both those teams had nothing in reserve. It's
an incredibly critical position that you better have someone who can come in and deliver.
But the problem is those that can come in and deliver don't want to be a backup.
No.
And that's the problem, right?
Well, I think the ones like Davis Mills, he's stable enough to win you some games.
Do you think that, Mac Jones really wants to be a backup?
No. But I think he will be currently this year. I think he'll be a starter somewhere this year because someone's going to get injured.
Yes.
And I think he's the best option out there for teams like that. What I do think, though, is Mac Jones is very, very system dependent.
Yes.
So you need to make sure you have the system for him. Otherwise, he will not be good.
Well, you look at him in the Patriots under the end of Belichick, he was just all over, and then he goes to the 49ers.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan.
And then Shanahan turns him around and stuff like
system,
that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see some draft quarterbacks probably elevated.
100%, yeah.
Because I think that you're right. You look at some of these backups and you go, there's actually some of these people that were drafted. Like in the Rams, Ty Simpson's probably starting if Stafford's not.
Yeah, and I didn't have Stetson Bailey.
No, Stetson Bennett's still hanging around. Quinn Ewers, I thought he had a few games last year, really did not play well. So
yeah. So
wow.
Please, what do you think of my list? My top 5?
I think...
I went through, I did lots of research on the stats on who I actually would pictured in the games, and
I'm not really sure there's anyone I would take out of that list.
No,
because you're right. You're looking at people that have been in the NFL, like Dobbs, like Bridgewater,
and you go, nah.
And you just go, like Fields, and you just go,
nah.
Wow, this could be some of the most average backup quarterbacks in the league. I'd love to argue with you, but I
You
mean,
don't have to argue with me.
no, but I'd love to have a disagreement. I'd love to be able to go, but I look at people like Fields, and he has the odd game, but he just can't put it together. So if you needed someone to come in for half a dozen games, like the Chiefs or someone needed, you're right, you almost need a QB 1A.
Yeah.
Whereas it feels like next year we've got a load of QB 2As.
Yes.
Not even a load of QB 2s, so...
That's why, like, Davis Mills, very serviceable backup. Spencer Rattler, very serviceable backup. Tyrod Taylor in that system, because, like, Malik Willis looked really good in that system. I think Tyrod Taylor will look really good in LaFleur's system. Mitchell Trubisky, quite a similar quarterback in terms of what Brian Dable will be, like, good at executing. So that's why I put, because he's with the Titans, I think Trubisky would be fine there. And then Mac Jones just looked good in Kyle Shanahan. If Mac Jones was somewhere else, not on my list.
Yes.
But because of where he is, on my list. Yeah.
It was interesting. John did message me.
What?
And he didn't message me about what the call was. I think he wanted me to go into that subject. The subject that just won't go away, so maybe we might have to help him out next year.
Darren, what news do you have for us?
Well, we have some late-breaking news this evening. The ongoing saga that is going on at New England. Look, I'm done with the whole affair thing. I'm kind of done. It reached the ultimate low this week.
Are you? When
a married, heavily pregnant woman goes on a private boating tour with a married man. I'm just over the two of them because we obviously now know what sort of people they are. I'm stunned that no divorce papers have been served yet. There's most definitely a parenthood test coming, 100%, because I think the only reason those two are on a boat together is talk about names. There's no other reason they're on that boat together. They're on the boat to talk about names. What needs to go on here is what are the New England Patriots going to do? Because this story has outlived the draft, and most years no story outlives the draft. Apparently, Vrabel has offered his resignation twice to Kraft, and Kraft has turned it down twice.
Well, who are you going to get?
And now there's news coming out today that when Gerard Mayo was kind of pushed aside, that there may have been some sort of tampering stuff going on there, and probably wasn't handled that great in the background.
Isn't he suing Gerard Mayo?
Yeah.
I thought he was. I thought he was a part of the Brian Flores lawsuit as well.
But this whole Vrabel, Mayo, 1 year, not given any opportunity whatsoever, that's now starting to appear. So I think the New England Patriots, I mean, especially if a paternity test done, it turns out to be Vrabel's, it just goes to an all new level. Now, private life is private life, but there is going to become a time where this is going to end up, and I can tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be if the Patriots start 0-3 and there are shambles on the field, and then Vrabel pulls a player off and goes, "You need to sort your discipline, son." And then the player turns around and goes, "Well, I guess that's both of us, eh, coach?" It's going to be a moment like that where it's going to blow up. At the moment, you got Drake May going, "Oh, but he's wonderful, he's lovely, you know, he's our guy, we love coach." This is going to go south, like 100%. They've got a really hard schedule. I think if he doesn't go to the Super Bowl last year, he's probably fired already, or that it's accepted. Something has got to happen because it's not going away. The stories are getting worse. It's dragging the Patriots in. Let's be honest, right? The Patriots are not without scandal. So this is not exactly something new for the Patriots. But forget the affair. The affair's the affair. I think there's only two ways out of this for Vrabel. And one is he steps down. because I think taking a leave of absence is a waste of time now. The story's too far run. We saw his leave of absence. He took 1 day to go to marriage counselling. 1 day. Like, don't insult everybody's intelligent, for God's sake, right? I think the only way this story works is he leaves his wife, Rossini leaves her husband, and they end up together, and people go, do you know what? They were just with the wrong people. And I reckon in 3 to 4 months' time, people go, oh, who cares? Because this was, like, really what they both wanted. Whereas if it just... and if Rossini comes out and goes scorched earth, you know, like, nothing more, you know, nothing worse than a woman scorned. She goes scorched earth. And I still think the NFL need a responsibility to go back and look at some of these trades where she's been directly involved, and they've been Vrabel's teams and he's been directly involved. The NFL have been absolutely absent in this, and it's a bigger story. As I said 3 weeks ago, the NFL at some point have got to get involved. What's your view? Because I just had a massive rant.
I'm just going to leave your rant there.
You tell me, do you think it's a storm in a teacup?
I think it's an interesting storm. It's a storm that I don't like. It's a storm that will keep happening, though, because people and themselves keep feeding it, so I just don't know why they're doing it, though.
Do you think the Patriots should fire him?
I don't really think, like, in terms of the Patriots firing them, I think it's like too little too late if they're trying to save some sort of branding or something of that nature. I don't think firing him will do anything in terms of the Patriots look, if that makes sense. Like, crisis management wise, you probably should have fired him a few weeks ago, because firing him now is kind of like meh.
And letting him back in the building after 24 hours. Oh, I'm going away. I'm not going to be at day 3 of the draft. I'm off for counselling. I'm off some hard conversations with my wife. 24 hours?
Yep. Do you know who I really feel for, though? It's his kids. Vrabel's kids. Vrabel has kids. Like, he also has kids that are old enough to be aware of these things. It's not like he has a 3 and a 5-year-old who... No idea what's going on, you know, but like, here's kids who will be getting questioned at school. Like, it will be very uncomfortable and unpleasant for them, so I really feel for them, because that's a terrible thing to happen. Whereas like Rossini's kid is under 5.
Yeah, they're 3 and 5, I think. Yeah,
whereas Vrabel has like 12 and 14-year-old. 100% they're going to get like thousands of questions at school, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, you have kids, you've been at school, I've been at school, you're very aware.
Oh yeah, how's your stepbrother?
Yeah, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I really feel for them, because it's completely unnecessary to drag children into that.
I do. I thought this was going to die at the draft. I cannot believe. And the stuff that's coming out just gets more salacious. I mean, the boat trip. I was like, what? And then when they produced the signed paperwork and the photos and the video, I'm like, where's this stuff coming from? But I think it's right. I think what I heard was a lot of people have seen Vrabel out with her, and they thought that she's his wife, because he's much higher profile than she is, and they were like, oh, that's Jen. Looks a bit like Diana Rossini, but that's Jen. And now people are scrolling through their photos, I think, and going, oh my God, look what I've found.
I think it's just, it doesn't reflect well on women in sport either, as you very well have my opinions on that. So that bothers me greatly. I
share the opinion with you. I think that Vrabel probably not taken enough heat for this.
Like, yeah. It's, you know, it kind of feels like, yes, thanks for this. It's great.
I mean, she's gone completely underground. But at some point, she's going to reappear.
Well, now there's rumours that she's dated Nick Caserio and all sorts of people. Oh, God.
Sean McVay's name's involved in the mix and stuff like that. But it seems like the relationship, if there's any... I don't know if it's a positive or not. It seems like Vrabel and her were actually an item. Like they were... I think they actually loved each other.
Does it make it right? I don't know.
No, it don't make it right, but I think there's probably only one way out for both of them.
I think just go to Lake Como with the rest of the celebrities.
Yeah, true.
At this point, is what I feel like they should do. Just go to Lake Como, get married.
I mean, I hope the story dies? I hope the story dies. I have so much investment in this story.
I hope the story dies for like 2 big reasons: the woman sport thing, and then the kids, because that's just awful.
Yeah. I just hope that someone somewhere does the right thing along the line.
What is the right thing, though?
Well, yeah.
What is
There's
the right
several
thing?
people that can do the right thing.
It's a bit late for a few of them, though.
It is a bit late, but we all make mistakes, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we made those mistakes, but we all make mistakes. Life mistakes.
Yes.
So, anyway, I don't know why we did that, but we did that because John asked for it. He sent me a picture of Rabel and Rossini together, so I thought he was asking for it. So he got it.
Problematic statement to say
He
in this
got
whole
it.
situation,
I
Darren.
know, isn't it? Yes.
So, please, no.
Anyway, let's end on a positive note.
What positive note would you like to end on?
Well,
Who is your number one backup QB, Darren?
My number one backup QB. Oh, now you've done it. Oh, good Lord.
Do you agree with me? Or do you think it is Spencer Rattler, who I know you do like quite a lot?
I do think he's good, but yeah. Who did you have as number one again? Sorry,
I backed Jones just because of the situation.
Yeah, he's probably the most proven that's actually done some at the position over the last 12 months. When Purdy was out, he was actually winning games.
Yes.
So yeah, he came in and proved himself, whereas other backups have not been able to prove themselves to the same degree.
And Tyra Taylor was unfortunately on the Jets.
Yes, right. Yes. So there we go.
That is
Thank
our
you,
show.
DT, for Monday Night Showdown. As always, please get on the socials. Like, subscribe, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. Facebook, if you want to do the poll, contact us through any of those social medias if you have an idea for a poll. That is the end of our show. My name's Darren Lees.
And I'm DT.
And we will be back here next Monday night.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to get more great content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be first to get access to everything. Anyway, for now, we'll see you at the next game.